Welcome to NEXTGames NM Hunt Series, showing you the spawn conditions, drops, and kill strategies for enemies throughout Vana'diel. Now today, we'll be taking on some NMs in Elshimo Uplands by the names of Hakutaku, the Bomb Queen, and the Ash Dragon. Let's get into it. First, let's start with Hakutaku, who drops the level 70 Optical Hat, which is an excellent piece for our ninja and many other jobs, providing a boost of 10 to accuracy, ranged accuracy, and evasion. Now arguably the hardest part of this NM is the pop item. You have two options to acquire it. The first is to simply buy a Hakutaku eye cluster from someone's bazaar. This will normally cost 250,000 to 1 million gil and can be rather hard to find on some of the more unpopulated servers. The other option is to farm the items to create the Hakutaku eye cluster yourself, and then either make it yourself if you happen to have an alchemy skill of 84 or higher, or to find a high-level alchemist to craft it for you. Now the ingredients for this eye cluster include a light crystal and fiend blood, which both can be purchased off the auction house, and then 5 Hakutaku eyes that represent the 5 Chinese elements of fire, water, earth, metal, and wood. Now I've put a list up on where you can acquire these 5 eyes if you wish to farm them. Now I recommend using Thief or Lion 2 as your trust to assist with the drop rate when farming these eyes. Now after you have your Hakutaku eye cluster, you want to head to the Den of Rancor and take the exit labeled C on the first map to get to map 3, which is where you can spawn Hakutaku that you see here. Now clear the area around these question marks of all enemies and then spawn Hakutaku by trading the eye cluster to those question marks. Now Hakutaku is a level 85 NM with 50,000 hit points and will always open the fight with a spell which can include Firaga 3, so make sure you are ready to engage immediately in the event of this to avoid a quick wipe. Now make sure you pull Hakutaku away from your trust to avoid them getting hit with AoE attacks or the conal paralyze attacks. Make sure to keep those shadows up at all times, and this should be a relatively easy fight for you. Now to make it even easier, you will want to add a trust stunner to your group to attempt to stun any Firagas. Now these stunners can include Ulagor, Robel Akbel, Zeed, or Adelheid. Fortunately, the drop rate on the hat is 100%, so as long as you get the win, you should be walking away with your hat from this fight. Let's see how the rest of our fight against Hakutaku goes. Enjoy the run. Next, let's move on to the Bomb Queen, who is another NM where the items required to spawn her will take you more time than the actual fight itself. Now the pop items for the Bomb Queen are a Bomb Queen core and 3 Bomb Queen Ashes, which both can only be acquired inside of Ifrit's Cauldron. Now the cores drop off of the level 71 to 78 volcanic bombs that can be found deep inside the cauldron, and I find their drop rate not nearly as bad as the ashes that you need 3 of that drop off the more plentiful volcanic gas bombs spread throughout the cauldron. Now getting these drops can take anywhere from minutes to hours depending on your luck, so be ready for it to take a while to farm these items. Now once acquired, you will want to head to I-10 on Map 7 in Ifrit's Cauldron. Now the easiest way to get there is by way of the western entrance to the cauldron from the jungle, and then simply taking Exit K from Map 4 that you start on to get to the map you need to be to. Now once you arrive, you will want to clear any bombs in the area and spawn the Bomb Queen by trading all 4 items to the question marks. Now the Bomb Queen will use fire-based magic similar to Hakutaku, but unlike Haku, the Queen cannot be stunned, so you will need to be cured through any Firagas 3s that go off. Now additionally, approximately every 30 seconds, the Queen will spawn a minion that must be defeated within approximately 10 seconds or it's going to explode and can potentially wipe your group. This means you will want to swap to them immediately once they are spawned and take them out. Now the Bomb Prince and the Bomb Princess are the most commonly spawned bombs that you're going to see, and it's fairly easy to defeat them in those 10 seconds as they only have about 1,000 hit points. But rarely, a Bomb Bastard can be spawned that is supposedly more powerful and has more hit points than those other 2, so be ready to drop a weapon skill to take that out quickly if you happen to see him. Now the Bomb Queen drops 2 items. The first is dropped 100% of the time and is the main item that I'm after, which is the Bomb Queen Ring. It boosts our hit points by 75, but keep in mind that it does severely reduce our resistance to fire. The other item is the Avengers, which are hand-to-hand fists that can be used by Warrior, Monk, Beast, Ninja, and Pup. Now, they also have a hidden effect on them that actually give you an accuracy bonus that gets stronger the lower your hit points get. I didn't really want these particular knuckles, but it's that ring that I was really after. So thankfully, we're going to walk away with it since it is a 100% drop from this particular one. Bomb Queen is level 80 and has 50,000 hit points just like Hakutaku did. Let's go ahead and see how the rest of this fight against the Queen goes. Enjoy the run, everyone. This brings us to the third and most challenging NM today, the Ash Dragon, found in the furthest depths of Ifrit's Cauldron. Now the Ash Dragon has a number of challenges for a solo player of this level, so let's go through the preparations that you should make. First, Know that the Ash Dragon has lots of nasty AoE abilities that you would normally want to get your trust out of the range of. Sadly, he will simply draw you in if you try and pull him away, so I ended up just fighting with my trust in danger from AoE. You'll more than likely have to do the same. Now that being said, you will want to make sure that none of them are standing behind you so that they don't get hit with the powerful Flame Breath conal attack that the Ash Dragon will use. Body Slam is another ability that you'll see used and is a massive AoE damage ability that will be the biggest threat to your trust. So if they're low on hit points, you may want to turn to allow time for curing before the next TP ability goes off. Now Void Song is also used quite often, which will not only wipe every one of the buffs you and all of your trust have, but also erase any enfeebles on the Ash Dragon himself, which can really slow down this fight. The last ability is also a pain to deal with, as it inflicts Curse on you and leaves you at around 500 hit points, which is low enough to be one-shotted by any of the abilities that he's going to use. I recommend you use Migawari and Holy Waters to combat this last mechanic. Now in order to get to the Ash Dragon, you're going to have to go all the way through Ishtar's Cauldron. I'm going to go ahead and show you on the maps here exactly which path you're going to have to follow to get to this location. Now the Ash Dragon is level 85 and very rarely drops the Murasam about 1% of the time, which is a great katana for samurai and ninja. Lastly, I wanted to point out that the spawn conditions for the Ash Dragon are very long, only spawning approximately every 72 hours since the last time of death. Let's go ahead and see how the rest of our battle against this most challenging adversary today goes. Enjoy the rest of the run. That's going to be it for the first NM Hunt video. I hope you enjoyed that. If you're new to the channel and enjoyed this content, please be sure to click the subscribe button under the video and the bell icon next to it to be notified when my future videos are released. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time. Stay safe and stay healthy out there.